Good morning, one and all. So, up to the last lecture, we discussed about the different types of definitions and terminologies involved in the microbiology and culture media. So, today we are going to discuss about the history of your culture media. So, the history, the original media used by Louis Pasteur, that is your urine or your meat broth, means first time whenever the microorganisms are going to cultivate and develop, at that time Mr. Louis Pasteur was used that culture medium, it is prepared by urine as well as with the help of your meat broth. Okay, afterward that culture medium or culture media, it is basically divided into 2 points. First one, it is your liquid medium, and second one, it is your solid medium. So your liquid medium, it is diffuse growth, and solid medium, it is discrete the your colonies. Okay, then the next point we are going to focus that the nutritional material prepared for the growth of your microorganism, it is called as a culture media. So here 2-3 definitions we are these are very important. So what is mean by basically culture media? So culture media means a nutrient material prepared for the growth of microorganism. This is a medium. Okay, so sorry, this is a media. Then second one, it is when the microbes are transferred into the culture medium to initiate the growth, they are called as a inoculum. Second one, it is called as a inoculum, means we are transferring one microorganism to the second location or second medium. It is called as inoculum. It is called as a inoculum. And what is the purpose of it? It is initiation of the growth. Next, the microbe that grow and multiply in or in a culture medium are referred as a culture. Again I repeat, the microbes that grow and multiply in or the culture means that where they are exactly grow. Like example we are taking example we are considering microorganism, they are developed into the test tube as a slant stabs. Also they are developed in a petri plate as a culture broth. Okay, so these are the different culture where the microorganism get grow. Now the requirement of the growth of microorganism, whenever microorganism get grow on the any certain type of medium, they required these are the basic requirement of microorganism. Like first one, it is moisture, pH, oxygen and sterile medium. So these are the basic needs for the development of your microorganism. Next second, we observe that use of agar in a culture medium. Now whenever we are going to prepare that culture medium, at that time we required the agar. Also we are going to term it as agar medium. So that agar, it is essential. And what are the different properties of that agar, why it is important, why it is essential, let me see. So solidifying agent. So first the property of your agar, why it is essential, it is solidifying agent. Means whenever we are preparing the sample or preparing the medium, so whenever we require the medium, it is solid, at that time we are using that agar. Why? It is having a solidifying agent property. Then liquefied at 100 degrees Celsius and remain liquid until the temperature fall to 40 degrees Celsius. This is second one property, means we have to prepare that solid medium, but it is naturally not available as a solid. Whenever we are going to liquefied it at 100 degrees Celsius, it get liquefied, and during that temperature 100 degrees Celsius we are going to transfer that liquid agar to another medium or another environment. Okay, or another any container, and it is slowly get decrease the temperature but up to 40-degree temperature means decreasing temperature from 100 to 40. During that time it is liquefied form, so we are having much more time to pour or transfer that agar from one location to another location. Okay, so preparation of Petri plate, slant and stabs. Okay, so what is Petri plate? Everybody know that we are using that Petri plate, and we are, whatever medium we are prepared by your agar, we are going to pour in that plate. That is your preparation of Petri plate. Then slant and stab, these are the two different types of position where we are putting that test tube. Means we are adding the sample in that test tube, and we are just standing and slanting the test tube. On the basis of that slant and stabs they are formed. Okay, so these are the basic requirement of your microorganism for the development. Now the agar also having the different types of property. Let me see it again. So it is used for the preparation of solid medium. Maximum time whenever we have to prepare that solid medium, we are using that agar. Then it is obtained from the sea wheat. Okay, this is the source where we are obtained that agar, that is sea wheat. Then it is no nutritional value. It is not having any type of nutritional value. That's why it remain constant whenever we are pour it into the test tube or any Petri plate. It is not consumed by your microorganism. Okay, then it is not affected by the growth of bacteria. Okay, so whenever the bacteria are growing, if your agar it is having the nutritional value, then it can be consumed by your microorganism, but they are not having any nutritional value, and whenever the microorganism get grow on that medium, their microorganism will not affect to that of your agar medium. Then is a very important property that we already see. It melt at 98 degrees Celsius and set at 42 degrees Celsius. Means already we discussed that at 100 degrees Celsius or plus minus 98 plus minus your 2 of about your 98 degrees Celsius, and it can be set on 42. Means this is the gap where we are easily transferred that agar medium from one sample to the another sample. Then 2% of agar it is employed in a solid medium. Whenever we are using or preparing the solid medium, at that time we are using that 2% of agar only. Okay, so this is the specification of agar using and its specific property. Now the important point we are going to discuss in this presentation, the types of your culture media. Now the culture media, it is divided into the versatile types. So basic first type, it is your based on the consistency, solid medium, second liquid, and third one it is your semi solid. So on the basis of consistency it is divided solid, liquid and semi solid. Next, it is classified on the constituent or ingredient, means which constituent or ingredient present in that medium. It is divided on the 4 classes. First one, it is simple medium. Second one, it is complex medium. Then your synthetic or defined medium, and next it is your special media. Okay, all those points we are discussing or elaborating one by one. So first we are just classified that different types of media. Now next it is your special media. Special media, again they are classified into number of types. First one, it is your enriched media, then enrichment media, then selective media, indicator media, differential media, sugar media, transport media, and media for the bacterial reaction. So these are the special type of media we required for the specific purpose. Okay, then next classification, it is on the basis of oxygen requirement. So those microorganisms required oxygen, they are aerobic, and not required oxygen, they are anaerobic media. Next classification. So okay, now this is about the whole classification of your media. So media, it is classified on the 4 types. Okay, all we discuss in this point. Now on that point we are going to specify requirement and specification of that individual media. So first one, it is your solid media. Solid media, it contains 2% of agar. Okay, already we discussed that point. It contains 2% of agar. Next, your colony morphology, pigmentation, hemolysis can be, it is appreciated. Means all those solid media, they are used for morphological identification, then pigmentation and hemolysis. All the type of processes are carried out on your solid media. So example, it is nutrient agar and blood agar. These are the two example of your solid media. Next one, it is your liquid media. So liquid media, it is not having any percent or any amount of your agar. So for inoculum preparation, blood culture, for the isolation of pathogen from the mixture, all those properties or those experimental part are carried out in your liquid media. So example, it is your nutrient broth. Okay. Then semi-solid medium. Now semi-solid medium, they are having less amount of your nutrient agar. It is 0.5% of your agar. And example, it is your motility medium. So these are the first classification on the basis of their consistency. Next, here we can observe that first one, it is your Petri plate where it is solid. Second, we can observe it as a semi-solid. And third one, we can observe it as a liquid media. So on the basis of consistency, it is classified. Simple media and basal media, it is basically having example, it is your nutrient broth and nutrient agar. So simple media, it is a simple media, complex media and synthetic media. Now this is the second type of classification of your media. So that simple media and basal media, it is having example nutrient broth and nutrient agar, but only a few contents are there different in that simple media. So nutrient broth consists of your peptone, meat extract and NaCl. So these are the additional content present in that of nutrient broth. And in the nutrient agar, it is having nutrient broth plus your 2% of agar. So it is nutrient agar. So this is the first class of your simple media and basal media. Now next, it is called as a complex media. Second one, it is called as a complex media. So complex media, it is a media other than that of your basal media. Okay. So they have added the ingredients like your extract of your beef, meat and yeast. Okay. So complex, that name itself indicate it is having more complicated and more ingredient added in that media. So simultaneously, energy, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur are provided in the form of protein. Okay. So complex media, they are providing this type of additional content like your carbon, nitrogen, sulfur are provided for the provided from the protein. Most of the microorganism cannot utilize the protein. Okay. But the partial digestion by the acid and enzyme reduces the protein in short chain amino acid. It is called as a peptone. Okay, so peptone, it is also required. So the peptone can be delivered by the microorganism. It provided the special nutrients like your vitamin and organic growth factor. So complex nutrient medium, it is having this type of multiple ingredient in that medium. Then next one, it is your synthetic and defined media. So synthetic and defined media, they are prepared from the pure chemical substances and it extract the composition is known. Okay. So these are the synthetic media which are prepared from the pure chemical substance. They are prepared from pure chemical substance and different types of extract composition. So extract composition, here we are observed the example, it is your peptone water. So 1% of peptone plus 0.5% of NaCl in water. So this is our example of synthetic or defined media. Now again, the next classification, it is enriched media. Next classification, it is classification special type of media. So special type of media, in that first one it is your enriched media. So the substance like your blood, serum, egg are added to the basal media. Here special type of media where we are adding the blood, serum and egg, and it is called as an enriched type of media. It is used to grow the bacteria that are exciting in their nutritional needs. Okay, so few bacteria they require the specific need like your serum, egg and blood. So here we are creating that enriched media. So example, it is your blood agar and second one it is your chocolate agar. So here we can easily observe that first one it is blood and second one it is your chocolate agar. Then next one it is your enrichment media. First one it is your enriched media, second one it is your enrichment media. So liquid media, it is used to isolate the pathogen from a mixed culture. Okay, here the liquid media, it is used for isolation of pathogen from mixed culture. Okay, already we discussed the example of your natural mud which containing the multiple microorganism. So after that if we want to isolate the microorganism, for that we require that enrichment media. So media, it is incorporated with the inhibitory substances to suppress the unwanted microorganism. But obvious, if we required only one or two type of microorganism among that 10 to 15 types of microorganism in that mixture, so if we doesn't require that other microorganism, so if we kill those microorganism, it is beneficial for us. So this type of medium, it is used to isolate a specific type of microorganism. So example, it is selenite F broth. It is one of the example. It is selenite F broth. It is used for the isolation of your Salmonella and Shigella. So Salmonella typhi, this type of microorganism can isolated by your selenite F type of broth medium. And second example, it is your alkaline peptone water. Alkaline peptone water, it is used for your Vibrio cholera. Okay, so this is the example you belong from your enrichment media. So enriched media, enrichment media, it is liquid one, and first one it is your enriched media, it is solid one. So differentiating point among those two medium. Enrichment, it is liquid, and enriched, it is solid. Now the selective media, they are also having few different types of category. So these are, see here we can easily observe. Here we can easily observe that selective media, first one example, it is your McConney medium for your gram-negative bacteria. If we are going to isolate that specific type of microorganism, that is your gram-negative type of microorganism from the colony or number of types of microorganism, for that we required that McConney medium for isolation. Okay, then there are few example of media. Here we can observe that is thiosulfate citrate bile salt sucrose, that is TCBS for your Vibrio cholera. Okay, so for isolation we are also using that Vibrio cholera, we are using that enrichment media, as well as we are using that second one, it is your thiosulfate citrate bile salt sucrose media also. Then next it is your Lewishtin ginseng, that is LJ media. So it is used for isolation for specifically Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Then it is your Wilson and Blairy medium. It is used for your Salmonella typhi. Then potassium tellurate medium, it is used for the diphtheria bacteria. So these are the few example of your selective type of media which is used for selective type of bacterial isolation. Okay, so here in this diagrams we can easily observe the specific color and colony formation of your McConney medium, and here second one it is your TCBS type of culture medium. Here we can observe that potassium tellurate medium. Here we can observe that LJ type of media. Then next one it is your indicator media. Here we can observe that indicator media means this media contain an indicator which change its color when the bacterium grows into them. Means what happen in this type, we can observe that first one your medium it is having yellow color, and when the microorganism get developed it become a pink color. So it is indicator. Everybody know that indicator means that indicate change in a coloration. So it is indicator type of media. And example it is your blood agar, again it is your McConney medium, and urease and example it is your urease medium. Okay, so this indicate by color, it is called as a indicator media. Next one it is your differential media. So a media which has a substance incorporate in a inability into the distinguish between the bacteria. So here this medium which having the different types of nutritional content, they are going to distinguish that specific microorganism in one type of medium. Okay, so again I repeat that word, the number of different types of ingredient present in one medium, but on the individual property of that content, it will distinguish the different types of microorganisms. So it is called as a differential medium. So distinguish between the lactose fermenters and non-lactose fermenters. Okay, so here the lactose fermenter and non-lactose fermenter are identified by your lactose. Okay, then lactose fermenter, they are observed in a pink color, and non-lactose fermenter, they are colorless colony. So here we can easily observe in that first slide. So lactose fermented, they are observed in a pink color, and non-lactose fermented, they are observed as a slightly pink or colorless colonies. Okay, now the next it is your sugar medium. Sugar media. So sugar media, in media containing any fermentable substance. Okay, so like example your glucose, then arabinose, lactose and starch. Okay, these are the example of your fermenter substances or fermentable substances. Again example it is glucose, arabinose, lactose and starch. So media content of 1% of sugar in a peptone water. 1% of sugar in a peptone water. It contain a small tube, that is your Dersham tube from the detecting of your gas by your bacteria. So here we can easily observe a bubble like structure here. So it can be indicate that the fermentable substances. Okay, then now the selective as well as differential media. Now so McConney, it is observed in the both the type, selective as well as differential media. Why it is observed in the both type? Let's see. So McConney, it is selective to gram negative type of enteric bacteria because it contains the bile salt which inhibit the most of gram positive bacteria. Why your McConney, it is available in the both the type, that is selective as well as your differential media. So the important point it contains the bile salt and which inhibit most of the type of gram positive bacteria. Means whenever we are using that media, it is McConney, at that time 100% in our media, in our media always we are observing that gram negative type of bacteria because it will inhibit the gram positive type of bacteria. Then it also contains the lactose which differentiate between the gram negative lactose fermenter E. coli example and gram negative non-fermenter Salmonella. Means second important function, it is like your differentiating media. Within one media, it will differentiate the microorganism. Again I repeat, in that one media, it will differentiate the microorganism, means all those are gram negative, but among that gram negative, lactose fermenter are there, and non-fermenter are there. So lactose fermenter, example, it is E. coli, and non-fermenter, it is Salmonella. Both are the distinguished by your McConney medium. Then this is typically used for the testing of your water sample for your coliform bacteria. So these are the specific property of your McConney type of media. Then next point, it is your eosine methylene blue type of agar. Eosine methylene blue type of agar medium, it consists of a dye. Already we know that your methylene blue, it is your indicator. Okay, so that indicator, but obvious, if there is an indicator, means there is something specific about coloration. Okay, so here we can observe that they inhibit the gram positive type of organism. Again, first one, McConney, it is also inhibit that gram positive type of bacteria, and simultaneously your eosine methylene blue agar medium, it is also inhibit that gram positive type of bacteria. So such as a medium, it is selective for your gram negative type of species. That is first one. Second one, it is lactose fermenting organism such as a E. coli produces a black precipitation on EMB. Means whenever we are using that methylene blue type of agar, if your microorganism belong to the lactose fermenter category, then they will produces the black precipitate. Already before starting the point discussion, we are discussed that we are using that indicator, means it should be shown a certain type of color. So the precipitation with your lactose fermentation organism E. coli, they produces a black PPT. Then their colonies will be either black or possesses dark center into the transparent colorless peripheries. So second one, the non-lactose fermenter. So all those properties are carried by your lactose fermenter, and non-lactose fermenter such as a Proteus species, Salmonella, Shigella, all those species, they are produces the pink or uncolored. They are producing pink color or uncolored. Again I repeat, whenever we are using non-lactose fermenter, they are producing a pink or colorless precipitate. So by this both the things, we can specifically identify that your eosine methylene blue medium. Next one, it is your mannitol salt. So mannitol salt, here we can easily identify that 7.5% of NaCl, we are using that 7.5% of NaCl is a medium selective for the staphylococci and differential with the respect of your mannitol fermenter. Whenever we are going to isolate that type of specific staphylococci microorganism, at that time we are using that mannitol salt. Now what that exact mannitol do? So the growth of most of bacteria other than staphylococci, which are halophilic, which is inhibited by the high concentration of your salt in the medium. Whenever we are developing the microorganism in a high concentration of salt, at that time maximum type of microorganism, they get killed except your staphylococci. Okay, so the fermentation of mannitol, it is only seen with the pathogenic species of your staphylococcus, and it is singled by your production of your acidic product leading to the phenol red in the media to change from the neutral red orange to bright yellow. So here second point of identification, it is regarding to your fermentation. So the red orange color, neutral, in the condition of neutral, red orange to bright yellow coloration it is formed. And if the non-pathogenic staphylococci, it produces the small colony surrounded by your red or pink colored zone. Okay, so these are the two differentiating point observed in that of your phenylethyl alcohol. Next point, it is your transport media. Next point, it is your transport media. It is used for the transportation of material from one medium to another medium. So the media used for the transporting the sample, then it is used for the delicate microorganism may not survive at the time taken for the transporting specimen without the transparent media. So I think everybody aware about that recent situation, corona. So here we are taking a sample from any human being by your earbud, okay, and that sample we are first dissolve in that of one cuvette. After dissolving that sample, we are sending to the identification. So that is the method of your transport media. So that transport media, it is used for that of delicated microorganism. So example here we are already given, that is your Stewart medium. So it is for non-nutrient soft agar gel containing the reducing agent. So this transport medium, it is not having more nutrient, it is just for only transporting. So it contains the agar gel. Then second one, it is your buffered glycerol saline. It is also used for your enteric bacilli. So this is the transport medium. Then next, it is your aerobic media. So here we can easily identify that aerobic and non-aerobic. So these media are used for the growth of aerobic microorganism. Okay, here we can easily observe that example. So example, it is your Robert Stone Cook meat media, and second one, it is your thioglycolate media. So these are the two example of your media. Next, it is on the solid media, the following characters are observed. Whenever we are observing the solid media, so there are that media, it should be carry out the different types of property, like example, its shape, size, then margin, then surface, texture and culture. So all those property are carried by your solid media. First one, it is shape. So shape, it is might be circular, irregular, radiated, all those type. Then size, it is of specification or specify on the colony present. Then margin, it is entire, wavy, then lobate, all those type of identification by which we are going to observe the different characteristic of your solid media. So here we can observe the few type of colonies on that of specific medium. So example, it is first one, it is Enterobacter cocci, that on your agar, so grow with your pink coloration. And here same the Escherichia coli on that your McConney agar medium, so it is in a pink coloration. So this is the differentiating point of your colonies. So all these differentiating point we can easily observe here. Then here we are easily observe that Bacillus subtilis and your Proteus. So here the colonies are in a different form. So here colonies are in a circular shape, here colonies are in a strip like shape. Okay, so in the fluid medium, the following characteristics are observed. The characteristics are like degree of your growth. Okay, so here we are distinguishing solid and liquid. So degree of growth, it is absence, and second one, it is moderate abundant, means the turbidity of your material or turbidity of your sample. On the basis of that, we are going to identify or characterize the growth of microorganism, as well as presence of your depot in the characteristic. Means sometime microorganism, they get settled into the test tube or base of the test tube. On the basis of, we are also concluded. Then nature of surface of growth, means upper surface of your growth might be it is sticky one or it is harder one. On the basis of, we can also identify. and simultaneously easy and the disintegration and its color. If your slant and stab, its color get more faint, or it become a more different color, so on the basis of that color intensity we are going to identify the presence of microorganism in that situation. Okay, the next part we will consider into the next video.